Hello, everybody. This is Kathy, and welcome to Punched Out Thursday. I am going to do something a little different. I'm going to use my square punches. And I've been looking at this collection from Chamel, and it is Field Trip. And I thought it was perfect for Braxton's photos, any of his photos. It's his personality, he loves dinosaurs, it's the colors. So, yeah, everything, the space, the dinosaurs, adventure, just everything about Braxton. So I went over to scrapbook.com and picked up the paper pad. So I went ahead off camera before I started and just used my Creative Memories square punch. And I went ahead and punched out 3 sheets of, no, 4 pattern. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. And just went ahead, and this is how I'm going to just lay them out. And the photo is of Braxton. This is how he smiled when he was little. He didn't like the camera, so the light hurt his eyes. And this is his personality. Yeah, so I wanted to capture that and get it down on a layout. And this photograph was taken when we used to go camping, and we yeah, and it was a happy moment. He was 4 years old. And right now, I did use my espresso close to my heart ink, and I did distress each square. That way they could pop off of my page, and I am using my favorite cardstock, and it is White Daisy cardstock from Close to My Heart. And yeah, and I am a consultant, and yeah, if you want to pick up any White Daisy cardstock or their inks, I love their inks. They are my favorite inks now. And yeah, I just love their inks. I love that. I cannot praise them enough on how their ink pads are on top. As you store them, their pads are on top of the lid, like others are on the bottom, and so when you store them, they'll always be fresh and wet on top. Alright, so back to my layout. As you can see, I pulled in some of the cut aparts from the notepad, or the paper pad, Wild and Free, and then I cut out the number through 10, and then Choose Your Own Adventure and Explore More. Braxton is always out exploring outside with sticks and always out on an adventure, so I wanted to pull them in. And then I also pulled in a ruler, and I'm just dressing that now, and I'm going to tuck that in. Now, let's see what else. I also pulled in this word strip, and I just cut it in half and put it underneath the photo. I went ahead and glued those down. Now I'm going to make some homemade embellishments out of this punch. And I'm just going to punch out the big one and the small, and it does kind of give it a decorative edge. And I went ahead and cut out some paper. They're like library cards, just to give a solid look and different patterns. And I got out 3 brads out of my Boy Brad container. And what I'm going to do is layer them, and then put a brad in the center, just to kind of give it some different, give it 3 embellishment clusters. And the layout will be done. I'm not putting too much on this layout because of the squares. I want this layout to be what the squares are and Braxton's photograph and the square titles like. So here you can see me adding the brad. I think that gives a little whimsical, fun boy theme to my layout. At first, I didn't know what I was going to do with this layout, and as I start putting the squares on and start going through the paper pad, I really loved how this layout came together. Be sure to go check out Krista, Ronnie, and Dorothy this week and see what they're making out of their punches. And yeah, we're all having fun creating layouts with our punches, and you never know what we're going to be doing. So the last thing that I will be doing is getting out my fine Sharpie pen and drawing some fine lines. And I love doing this to a white background. And then I'm going to just journal where we were at and put the year. I think Braxton was 4 here. And thank you all for coming. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.